Hey, this is Lee Giles from Easy Peasy All in Homeschool here with another story. Um, this was from like the first month maybe of when we were overseas. 2002. Our 20-year-old daughter was 2 years old at the time. She was very verbal. She could speak in paragraphs. We never had to interpret for her. Like everyone could always understand her. Um, I'm just saying that because she was able to tell us things that she was seeing. I'm going to tell one of those stories today. Um, we were doing language learning our first year there. We're just newly arrived, and our target neighborhood was called Shutka. That's where a year later we moved into that neighborhood. And Shutka is the largest Roma community in the world, actually. The Roma are the gypsies. And we would go visit. There was a Christian couple there. We would go and visit. The husband was my husband's. The Roma husband was my husband's language teacher. So we'd visit there often. And so anyway, this story is one day when my husband was taking the 2-year-old to Shutka, this neighborhood. And I was home with a baby. And they're waiting at the bus stop by our house. They're the only ones there. And my daughter asks my husband, why do those two men always come with us whenever we go to Shutka? And he's like, what two men? She points to him, those two men, they always come on the bus with us. They always come with us to Shutka. And so, of course, my husband realized they were angels. If you haven't been, now's a good time to be reading and learning Psalm 91. But one of the things it says is, if you make the Most High your dwelling, even the Lord, who is my refuge, then no harm will befall you. No disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Now, that wasn't the first or last time we were guarded by angels, but the miracle was opening my daughter's eyes and letting her see that and express that to us as a reminder of the reality of that we live in all the time. A lot of these stories are God just kind of revealing, like, look what I've done. And maybe he's doing that all the time, and we're just not even paying attention to him being at work in our lives. So just think of how he's guarding you and protecting you and all that he's providing for you, all that he's doing for you all the time. You don't even know. He's always working for you, always on your side, always loving you, always caring for you, always being a good father to you. So we can always rejoice and always give thanks. And I will see you on Monday with a new story. I think, if I follow my plan, next week it's going to be all healing stories. See you then.